Hello dear students. So today we will continue our topic that we had discussed in the last class, and today the topic of discussion is reflection by the perfect dialectic. Okay. So reflection by the perfect dialectic. Okay. So this we have to discuss. Okay. So in this we will see the oblique incidence. Oblique incidence. Okay. Now when a plane wave is incident upon a boundary surface that is not parallel to the plane containing E and H, then part of the wave will be transmitted and part of it is reflected. Okay. But in this case, the transmitted wave will be refracted. That is, direction of propagation will be altered. So, if you remember the concepts of reflection, refraction in the mirrors and lenses, okay, in the earlier perhaps in the 11th or 12th class, then you can understand this concept very easily, that similarly when the light rays were incident on the mirror surface or the lens surface, then due to the different refractive index of the lens, the light rays, some part of it were refracted and some part due to the refractive index, the light rays were refracted. Okay, the direction was changed. Fine. So the incidence angle and the reflection angle both were not same. So similar concept applies here. सिमिलर यहाँ भी होता है, जैसे जब प्लेन वेव अगर किसी बाउंड्री सरफेस पे इंसिडेंट होता है और जो प्लेन के पैरेलल नहीं होता है, दैट इज नॉट पैरेलल टू द प्लेन कंटेनिंग ई एंड एच, देन वेव का कुछ पार्ट जो है वो ट्रांसमिट होता है और कुछ पार्ट रिफ्लेक्ट होता है. बट इस केस में जो ट्रांसमिट वाला पार्ट है उसमें रिफ्रैक्शन होता है, यानी डायरेक्शन ऑफ प्रोपगेशन चेंज हो जाता है. जो पिछले केस में हमने बात की थी उसमें डायरेक्शन ऑफ प्रोपगेशन चेंज नहीं होता था. तो कैसे होता है वो हम आपको थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर समझाने की कोशिश करते हैं. सो लेट दिस इज द प्लेन ऑन विच your wave is going to incident. Okay, so this is the plane, and let's say this is the vertical line. Okay, now what will happen, your let's say the wave is incident, the wave is incident making some angle, theta 1. Okay, now what will happen, some part of it will be reflected. Okay, so some part of it is, let's say, reflecting and some part is transmitted, but the direction will be changed. The direction will be somewhat like this. Okay, so direction of this transmitted wave is going to be changed. So this is the transmitted rays. Okay, and this direction, this is making angle theta 2 with the theta 1. Ideally what should happen, this theta 1 should be equal to theta 2, but what I told, that due to this different medium the refraction is going on. Refraction means the direction will be changed. Okay, so direction is going to be changed here. Okay, let's say one more ray is incident. Okay, one more ray is incident and it is striking at this point. Previous one was the point A and now this is the point B. It is striking at point B, so it will also be transmitted in the same manner. So let's say this is transmitted like this. Okay, fine. Now this angle is, let's say, this angle is theta 3. Okay, see the transmit. incident wave. So two rays are incident respectively at points A and B, and the reflected waves from here also the wave will be reflected. So I can make like this. So these are the reflected waves, these are the incident waves, and this is the what transmitted. So let me name it. This is the incident rays. So I will name it as incident rays. Okay, this one is your reflected rays. So you will write reflected rays. Okay, and this is the transmitted. Now we will put a perpendicular on this. Okay, so from point A, let us draw a perpendicular on this. Okay, and let this be C. Fine. From B also we will draw a perpendicular on this line. So it is something like this. Okay, and let name it as E. Okay. Now if we see, if we put the perpendicular this on this line, that it would be named as D point. Okay. Now this is your medium 1. This is your medium 1. Okay. Having epsilon 1. And this is your medium 2. Okay. After this interface, this is the separating interface between the two medium. So medium, upper medium is with epsilon 1, and lower medium 2 is epsilon 2. Okay. So here we can see this, that a plane wave is incident upon the boundary surface. This is the boundary surface, and that is not parallel to the plane containing E and H, and part of the wave will be transmitted. So this wave will be transmitted. Okay, but and part of it is reflected, some part is reflected, some part is transmitted. But what happens in this case is that the transmitted wave will be refracted, means the direction is changed. So you can see it clearly in this diagram that the incident rays are coming by making angle theta 1. If it has to go straight way, then it would have made the angle straight theta 1 only after transmission, but it is deviating towards the normal, towards this perpendicular. So the direction is changed. Okay, now let v1 and v2 are the velocities of medium 1 and 2 respectively. Okay, so let v1 and v2 are the velocities. Okay, in medium, velocities of wave in medium 1 and 2 respectively. Okay, means v1 is for 1 and for medium 1, and v2 for medium 2. Now if we see, so what will be the cb upon ad? Okay, so your cb upon ad will be what? This will be, let's say, v1 upon v2. Okay, so cb is what? If we talk about cb, so cb is what? Ab sine theta 1. Okay, so cb is your ab sine theta 1, and and ad is your ab sine theta 2. Ad is ab sine theta 2. Okay, so cb upon ab, from here your cb upon ab will be equal to this sine theta 1, and ad upon ab will be equal to sine theta 2. But sine theta 1 upon sine theta 2 is what? cb upon ad. Okay, so if we divide this sine theta 1 upon sine theta 2, then this ab and ab will be cancelled out. Okay, So it will be what? Sin theta 1 upon sin theta 2 will be CB upon AD. And what is CB upon AD? CB upon AD is V1 by V2. So we can write it V1 upon V2. Okay. Now what is V1? V1 is 1 upon root over mu 1 epsilon, because it is a velocity. So velocity is already defined like this: 1 upon root over of permeability of that medium and permittivity of that medium. So permeability of medium 1 will be mu 1 and permittivity of medium 1 will be epsilon 1. So V1 equals to 1 upon root mu 1 epsilon 1. Okay. But here it's a free space, so we'll use mu 0 epsilon 1. Okay. And V2 will also be 1 upon root over mu 2 epsilon 2, and that is 1 upon root over mu 0 epsilon 2. Okay. So if we see the sin theta 1 upon your sin theta 2, then it will be, this was V1 upon V2. Okay. And what is V1? V1 is your 1 upon root over mu 0 epsilon 1, and V2 is 1 upon root over mu 0 epsilon 2. So if we see, then it will be your root over epsilon 2 upon epsilon 1. And this is, let's say, your equation 1. Okay. So the ratio of sine of the angle between them is equal to the root over of epsilon 2 upon epsilon 1. So this is also important relation with respect to this reflection of the rays. Okay. And now further we have AE equal to CB. In the diagram if we see, so AE equals to CB because the path will be same. Okay. So here sin theta 1 equals to sin theta 2. Okay. Sorry, sin theta 3. Sin theta 3. So from here if we compare, so your theta 1 is also equal to theta 3. Okay. So the angular relation will be similar. That is, the angle of incidence is equal to the what? Theta 3 is your angle of reflection. So the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay. So this incident is, angle of incidence is related to the angle of refraction by the law of sines and called the Snell's law. This law is not new to you. You might have studied while we were discussing the mirrors and lenses. Okay. So the Snell's law is also followed here. So by this, what is the meaning? That the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay. And this law is related and this is related by the law of sines, and that is called the Snell's law. Snell's law. Okay. So whenever a wave is incident, so whenever a wave is incident obliquely on the interface between the two media, it is necessary to consider separately two cases. Okay. So the first case is that the electric vector is parallel to the boundary surface or perpendicular to the plane of incidence. Okay, that is the plane containing both the incident ray and normal. So this case is termed as horizontal polarization. So, so whenever whenever a wave is incident obliquely, obliquely means making some angle. Okay, on the interface between two media, it is necessary to consider separately two special cases. So in that case, it is necessary to consider separately the two cases. Okay. So first one is the case that is the electric vector. The electric vector is parallel. The electric vector is parallel to the boundary surface. To the boundary surface. Okay. Or it is perpendicular to, it is a sign of perpendicular, so perpendicular to the plane of incidence, that is the plane containing both the incident ray and the normal. This means plane of incidence means the plane containing both the incident ray and the normal. In the normal. So this case is termed as, so this case is termed as horizontal polarization. Horizontal polarization. Okay. Now there is a second case also. So in the second case, the magnetic vector is parallel to the boundary surface. Okay. So let us discuss the first case first. That what is the first case? That let you have this normal and you have this interface. Okay. Then what is the case of horizontal polarization? That let a wave is incident on it. Okay, by making some angle, all the angles are measured from the normal, so by making some angle theta 1, and it is reflected by making angle theta 2. Okay, and it is, let's say, transmitted by making this angle theta 2. Okay, then this part, okay, if we consider this part of the wave, okay, so here this This is your direction of H, that is incident, so HI. Okay, this is your EI, that is electric field and magnetic field incident vectors. Okay, similarly if we consider the reflected vectors, then this is your HR. Okay, and this is your ER. Okay, and here the transmitted one we can represent, so here it is ET. Okay, and it is HT. Okay, this one is your medium 1 and this is your medium 2. So this is the horizontal polarization. Okay, so this is your horizontal polarization. Okay, now if we see the vertical polarization. Okay, so what it will be in vertical polarization means that the magnetic vector is parallel to the boundary. The magnetic vector is parallel to the boundary surface, and the electric vector and the electric vector is parallel to the plane, is parallel to the plane of incidence of incidence. Okay, so this case is termed as, this case is termed as your vertical polarization. Vertical polarization. Okay, so if we see from the diagram, so this is your interface, okay, or the boundary between the two media. Okay, the wave is incident. This time different from the previous case. What will be there? The angles are like this only. So this is your theta 1 and here theta 2. Okay, and here this one is your EI, this one is your HI. Okay, and this is your ER, and this is HR. Okay, and here, so the place of electric and magnetic field is interchanged in this case, if you consider or compare from the previous one. Okay, so the case of vertical polarization, here it was HT, now it is ST is here. Okay, so this is, we can say it is a parallel case. Okay, and hence we say it as what, the case of vertical polarization. This is the case of vertical polarization. So this is the medium 1 and this is the medium 2.